Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. My name is Phoenix, and I am pleased to bring you a special video called Behind the Pips, a video where I interview a member of the Stowe community. My first guest is Foundry Author, Admiral Aaron. Welcome, Admiral Aaron. Welcome to the channel.
Thank you very much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, you know what? In the 4 years I've done YouTube, I have never had anyone on my channel. It's just been me, so this is a great privilege. So what we're going to do here is we are going to play the Foundry mission Invictus, and we're going to talk a bit about his other missions, and we may have a special thing coming to you after. So let's.
There may be a big spoiler alert in for that one.
Yeah. So let's start the Invictus here, and we'll start.
Click start.
And yeah, we'll leave that there. All right.
So this is my version of a Foundry mission cutscene. We're a little bit limited in the Foundry in the sense of what we can and can't do. So this is based on what our tools are available to us. I've created a kind of a cutscene that the player isn't actually there. They're more watching the events unfold around them. So this particular cutscene in my mission takes place during the war with the Iconians. Admiral Aaron has engaged an Iconian dreadnought in the Kararne system. The Admiral departed Earthspace Dock a week earlier on a secret mission from Starfleet Command. He was in possession of technology stolen from the Iconians and under orders to use the device as a weapon against them.
Okay.
So, as everybody knows, bad time. During the Federation with the War of the Iconians.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, that's pretty neat. Even though you're limited, you're still able to try and create a cutscene for the player. That's pretty cool. I like that. That's really, really neat. And so here we are. So I like how you have the Aquarius Bridge here, and it's all damaged because of the war. That's pretty neat.
Leave it up to Aaron to destroy another ship.
Yeah. Yeah. So does I take it Admiral Aaron has a history of blowing up ships?
Maybe, maybe not.
What's his current ship kill list like?
I think the North Star is actually on the F letter.
Oh wow. He's gone through that many ships, eh?
Because the player is like very lightweight, so they're like jumping around and they can like fly around as long as I don't kill their rigs with all the graphical stuff happening around them.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's an interesting scene. It really sets up with what's going on next in the mission.
Yeah. Now this character here, the unknown being, how do you pronounce his name? Is it Orixia?
Orixa.
Orixa? Okay. So what is he essentially? Is he like a transdimensional being or something?
Transdimensional being from basically an alternative realm, right? The transdimensional realm.
Okay.
And his species, and I don't want to allude to too much because the ending of the mission is coming, and
okay,
it's the big explanation of what's going on with the species. But in Invictus, they're trying to be your guidance, I would say.
Okay.
They're trying to guide you in the right path.
Okay. Now, who came up with this prophecy?
You know, what's funny? My co-writer wrote that.
Oh, really? Okay.
I had a completely different prophecy and she didn't like it. Again, she X'd it out and she rewrote it from scratch.
Okay.
And she actually wrote it, so we call her Admiral Hyatt. So
yeah.
She also goes by Emma Hyatt, so she's the one who wrote that. I'll
Okay.
give her credit for that one.
Okay. Yeah.
And she calls him Mr. Hippie because all he does is wave his arms around mystically.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. Yeah. I guess you're also limited in how the NPCs act, I guess, eh?
Of like very limited like choices and what you can pick and choose that they do.
Yeah.
So mystic magically is what he's doing.
Okay.
That was, I guess, the most appropriate for him and what he's doing. So
Yeah, okay. All right, so let's enter the system. Now that we saw the cutscene or the prologue, I guess. All
this is
right.
the wonderful nebula, the Homunculus Nebula
Okay.
system. Very interesting map to build. So I took some time here in terms of the way it was meant to look, and as you'll see. So
Yeah.
science officers telling you that there's no starbase in sight.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is kind of odd because we were told that, and now we have Voth arriving.
Like a fight. So they scale up the enemies when there's multiple people playing.
Oh, do you? Okay, that's good because when I was playing solo, I was like, they were destroyed within 2 seconds.
They put more, and then sometimes you'll end up seeing additional context. So you may actually see double North Stars and stuff.
Oh, okay. All right.
Works.
All right. So we got to reach this beacon here.
But typical Aaron style. He doesn't tell you much.
Yeah.
Promise and beg.
So what is it like to build like a I guess a space area for the Foundry? Is it difficult or?
What's more difficult is the ground components to build. I find space is much easier to build for me. It's more, do I want to use, opposed to ground where I'm fighting a lot with X, Y, and Z coordinates.
Yeah.
And as we get to the next map, that took me a good month and a half just to build the next map, and it's hard.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, you can only place certain things at certain heights, and you have to fiddle around to find the right height. So sometimes you have to like constantly go back and forth between the editor and the live version to see.
Oh, okay. All right.
The next map actually takes place in the trans-dimensional realm.
Okay.
So.
All right. So let's go in. Take a look at this starbase. What's this malfunction error? Is that just random, or is that something that's supposed to be there? Oh, right.
It was written.
Oh, okay.
We're crossing realms, so things don't necessarily work. Like what Lorca did. Spoiler.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm waiting for that one to come back.
Oh, so we have some artwork, so I guess I shouldn't have said what I said earlier.
Well, I noticed it shows up like after like 30% or something like that. Okay, so we got optional dialogue.
Exactly. So
okay.
The premise behind this map, and the reason why it plays out the way it does, was originally supposed to be a two-parter.
Okay.
Part one was actually supposed to be a social zone.
Okay.
So Starbase Invictus was the social zone.
Yeah.
I was building that, and then Invictus was going to be a mission, and I was going to release them 3 months apart from each other.
Okay, yeah.
Mission after the social zone was built. But there was a lot of issues with the Foundry at that time, and teaming, and I couldn't get the players on the same map. And
Oh, okay.
like right now, we're playing together, right?
Yeah.
But several months ago and years ago, you could like it was like randomly spawning people on different maps. So
Oh.
I kind of gave up on the social zone aspect and just was like, it's not going to work. So
Yeah.
incorporated my social zone into the mission.
Okay.
So I just made the mission the way it is. So some of it's left over.
Okay.
Exploring the social zone
Okay.
is definitely left over from that, and that's what you see here. A lot of it.
Okay. So this whole portion was supposed to be the social zone, right?
It was supposed to be the Starbase Invictus social zone.
Oh, okay.
And hopefully one day I actually want to spend some time and I want to recreate this as a social zone now that they've resolved the teaming bug.
Okay.
I think a lot of people are like, it would just be awesome to have as like a map that you can visit.
Yeah.
So, and obviously there's like tons of little Easter eggs in here. So we have Maria.
Who's Maria? Yeah, show me who Maria is.
The developer.
Oh, okay.
She's dancing in her bikini.
This one right here?
No, she's on the platform.
Oh, sorry. Where are you?
I'm over here. I'll jump up.
Oh, there you okay. Okay, so this... Zephyr and Rainbow?
So I call her Zephyro, so
okay.
It's a play on her zero name.
Oh, I didn't... Sorry. I'm not wearing my glasses, so it's... it looks like a... yeah, that O looked like an E, just the way it is. So, sorry.
Which I'm sure she's not pleased about, but
yeah.
What can you say?
Yeah.
And then we have Trill that comes over and hits on her nonstop. So
yeah,
he's coming over.
Oh, there he is. Yeah. What is his name? The Desperate Trill? Even more desperate.
Yeah, even more desperate
Trill. I like the DJ's name, DJ Orbit.
The reason why I chose that name, because he had a totally different name to begin with, was when I placed asset behind him, which these are all science consoles, right?
Yeah.
So when I had it lit up, and I was like, it's like around, and I'm like, I should call him DJ Orbit.
Yes.
Just when I saw it, and I was like, okay, DJ Orbit it is.
Yeah. That's cool. That's cool.
So yeah. There's always little Easter eggs hidden throughout my missions.
Is there? Okay. So, alright, I probably haven't noticed any of them, so but that's okay.
Go down the hallway. Big one.
Yeah, this one?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, they just disappeared on me.
Yeah.
I guess they phased out.
Foreshadowing to future things.
Okay. All right.
So then you have. I love this view though. This is my number one favorite thing I've ever built in the Foundry is this.
Yes.
And the club.
Yeah, I like this view because it's really nice. Actually, I'll touch on that in a little bit when we go to the North Star. I really liked how you did that. That was pretty cool.
Foundry on this.
Yeah. So we got like a little VIP area up here.
So, and I was playing around with the staircase itself, whether I should just make it like a plain glass window, all at one height around. But then I was like, I kind of liked when I built it that it was like a staggered effect. Like
yeah. Huh. No, I mean that like looks really cool.
The glass was following the case. So.
I do like the stairs, although I don't think there's much you can do about this piece right here. This looks like a bulkhead or something.
Yeah, it's a bulkhead.
Yeah.
It's easy to get up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Again, it's over fashion. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I've seen this. I see this Captain Dark Rider. Who's this?
and Dark Rider, and she's somebody who used to be very active on Twitter along with me, and well known in the game for her Janjitsu,
Okay.
and uh, we clicked through Twitter, and I've always liked to incorporate her in my missions, and
Oh yeah.
she's written some of her dialogues herself for my missions, so
Well, that's pretty cool.
she's actually there's several people out here, and she's here with her officer 3 of 6 who always chases around the medical bay. So she was actually a Star Trek Online role player,
Oh yeah.
um, and she was doing role playing through Twitter as well.
Okay.
Was more active with that as well.
Okay.
So I like to throw her in there, and she has unique perspectives and ways of saying things. And sometimes when you interact with her, they're like, "Oh, of course,"
Yeah.
because she'll berate you. She loves to berate you.
Oh, does she?
So,
Okay.
oh, yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool because I know she was in a couple of your earlier missions as well.
So she's always been there, and she'll actually even reappear in Extinction as well with a brief cameo.
Oh, okay.
I
Nice.
was like, I can't have her not in it. I was like, it's just.
Yeah. Yeah. No. No. I mean, yeah. I mean, this
is my other favorite view
Yes. Yeah.
class. That is just gigantic.
It is. And you know what? Once we actually like go out to the ship, it's even huge. Like I think it's even more bigger than what we see here.
So the trick to this in the Foundry is this is actually a ground map,
Okay.
which I'm building basically 400 feet in the air.
Oh, really?
It's 400 feet in the air, and I did my best to hide the landscape below.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. You have to give and take when you create something like this, right? It's not always going to be perfect. So, I mean, what's the worst? Oh, we're on an asteroid.
I played around with whether I should say that
Yeah.
and say, it's actually built above, and then I was like, no, I won't. We'll just leave it. Hopefully nobody looks down.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure people who play this are more than understanding that you have certain limitations. So
There's another Easter egg behind the bar. So, Nevedon.
Nevedon? Oh, okay. Might have to explain that one
German, basically community manager.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
Little Easter eggs and basically this is Bill, and he's listed as Colonel Obvious, which I actually need to fix because his name is different.
Oh, is it?
Actually, my contest winner the last time around. So I held contests within the Foundry to get people engaged and get in there, and I pick basically with a random integer generator. I select my winner.
Yeah.
And he won the last time.
Oh, yeah?
So it's actually a random Star Trek Online player who's making a cameo in my mission.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, because I know you did one for Extinction as well.
Yes, I did.
Yeah. So.
And I've just actually finished rewriting all of his dialogues yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah, I was a little sad I didn't win, but that's okay.
A lot of people enter, so it's all up to chance with the random integer generator. I just plug in how many people, and I go press the button, and it goes, here's your number, and I go on my spreadsheet, and that's who won.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Hey, that's the I guess that's the easiest way to do it.
Okay, let me turn off the laser lights so you don't get that background noise.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But
I
another little Easter egg is behind the bar down here.
Okay. Morgan Swank.
Play on Laughing Trendy.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I think I've talked to Laughing Trendy a couple times on Twitter.
And swank is a play on like I think bacon.
Okay.
Remember, it was over a year ago that I made that analogy, and I'm like, okay, I could put it in there because her first name is actually Morgan.
Oh, is it? Okay. And she's a bacon fan.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's cool. I like how you put all these little Easter eggs in. That's really cool.
In my next one, because I've had months to play around with the Easter eggs.
Oh yeah.
Little cute little rooms. See, leftovers from the social zone. So.
Okay, yeah. So so this was part of the social zone as well,
Yep.
where everyone could sit down and meet.
The whole goal is like you could use it as anything you wanted, whether you wanted to have your fleet meetings here or.
I like the guy outside. Looks like he's watching the window or something. Mr. Spot Buddy.
Exactly. He's using a Borg animation.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Welding, all right?
Yeah.
And he's in a spacesuit, and he's actually standing on a platform that you can kind of see at the right angle.
Yeah, I do see that.
Suspended in midair.
Yeah. That's pretty neat, though. You're able to do that. Even with, I guess, with some of the limitations that you have, you find ways of working around it.
Exactly. Yeah. So this next part was the trickiest thing I have ever built.
Yes, I was actually I wrote a note on this one. Was Holodeck, and how it kind of came all together like that. That was really, really neat.
It was. Get everything timed to work properly.
Yeah.
Fun.
I
bet. Lots of time.
Yeah. Yeah, because I don't even know how you would even do that, but
a lot of visible interaction with objects, and I don't even know if I could even do it again. It was like I had a stroke of genius one day, and I was like, I want to do this.
Yeah, like that really is like amazing. Like you did very well on that. Yeah.
I love the waterfalls. Like with the lighting 2.0, the differences lighting 2.0 made in this particular map was outstanding.
Oh yeah.
Like when I look back when I built it, because it was pre-lighting 2.0 when I built this.
Yeah.
Now, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Like the waterfalls stand out. I built them originally. They just look amazing.
They do, yeah. No. Yeah. No, like I mean it's I apologize everyone. Unfortunately I had some video here, but unfortunately I had some technical difficulties with the with my internet connection and the game and the recording. So unfortunately part of this has been cut. So I hope you understand. We did talk about the holodeck, about Admiral Aaron's office and the gantry where we saw this ship, which was totally amazing. I apologize for this. Hopefully, when future episodes come out, I won't have these difficulties. So let's continue on with the video. Thank you. So
everybody's favorite part. We get to shoot dinosaurs.
Yeah. Dinosaurs in space. Yeah. I wonder if that's how they pitched it on Voyager. Dinosaurs in space.
Exactly.
Unlike the one Doctor Who episode, it wasn't really dinosaurs in space. It was dinosaurs in a ship. It wasn't a really good episode, unfortunately.
Needed better explanation, which is kind of why I built this mission.
Yeah. Yeah.
So a kind of cool environment, and we got Aaron in his office, and everything's on fire around him,
and he's just standing there, pushing some buttons, looking thoughtful.
Yeah.
Never mind that everything's exploding. This is just like another Monday to me.
Oh, it is another Monday to Aaron. Everything's just exploding. The starbase is under attack. Torpedoes are being launched at it.
Yeah. Yeah. Not a care in the world.
T-Rex.
Yeah.
I had to put this in here. I was like, I need the player to fight a big T-Rex in the middle of a starvation.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? I'm not going to question it. The coolest thing around. We get to fight a T-Rex.
Exactly.
Sit, laser beams coming out of its eyes?
Have you not gone to the Voth battle zone?
Not really. No, I gotta start doing that.
You get. Oh, and this is where we crashed the last time. So Captain Twerkings.
Oh. Yes, I noticed that name.
Behind him.
Captain Twerkins. The name.
He's based off of there's a guy I met called Firkins on Twitter.
Okay.
And to know him because he made fun of an image in one of my missions that I released as a spoiler, and it was a picture of the chair, and it was in fog. It was from my first mission, and he goes, you know, that looks like a very phallic image. And I just stuck with me, and I just became, you know, good friends to meet social media there with him. So he always said he wanted to see, and he always used to joke around about dancing packlets on a space station or ship, right? So that's where Twerkins came from. It's a play on his handle on Twitter, Firkins.
Yep. Okay.
Added Twerkins, again he's a packlet, and that's the story behind Captain Twerkins, and he's just been there, always been there.
That's awesome. Yeah, I noticed that, Packlet. Make it go.
And he captains the North Star.
Oh, yeah?
That was another one of his requests, so I honored it. The North Star.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed that.
Good little fight sequence in the beam out.
Oh, yeah. Transport
room. I'm gonna take the station to get at Aaron's secrets.
Does Admiral Aaron have any secrets?
Oh yeah, he has lots.
Does he?
Lots to explain still.
Yeah.
Droid.
Alright, looks like we're beaming out. Oh, apparently not. We got Voth to fight.
Always more Voth to fight.
Always, yeah. It's all good.
Never give up.
Oh, man. Now, do you get to add in music in here, or is it already done?
It's all defaulted, so.
Oh, okay.
It's all game. I know. My co-writer actually asked that me too, because when I give her the script, because she doesn't actually play.
Yeah.
I record everything so she can watch it, so she gets a general feel.
Yeah.
And it's always like, the music doesn't match the tone, and I'm like, I know. Not much we can do about that.
Yeah. That would be cool if you were able to choose the music.
Okay.
But I guess it's on a loop or something.
Foundry, it's on a loop.
Yeah.
Rescue her.
Yeah, so we rescued Miley. Now we have to
Mr.
rescue Aaron.
Always have to rescue Aaron. He
Do we?
always gets himself into trouble.
Oh, okay.
Always some sort of trouble. He's a very troubled admiral.
Oh, okay. I guess we can forgive him.
No more missions.
Yeah.
we've saved him for now.
Yeah, we saved him for the next minute or so. See what kind of trouble he gets. See what kind of trouble he gets himself into after this.
Exactly. His ship.
Pardon me?
We're gonna head back over to his ship now.
Oh, okay.
His ship, and it's it's so pretty.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'd hate to see the repair bills on this ship.
Here they come. Somehow they got through his shields.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
No comment.
Were the shields even up? That's the question.
Knowing Aaron, he likes to run with no shields.
he likes the oh, what is it? Oh, I'm thinking.
So the interesting sequence behind this was was having a weird glitch in game and somehow accidentally spawned on his bridge. So every time he would visit his bridge,
yeah,
he would get murdered by dinosaurs. Right?
Yeah.
Getting really angry about it. So I thought I had to do it. I had to make a map in the mission in which ship and there's dinosaurs just attacking you left, right, and center.
Oh, I'm down.
Oh no.
Yeah. Well, there's my attack officer getting me up. There we go.
It double spawns the enemies on the ground.
Yeah.
So the uniqueness of the Foundries. So we're getting murdered here. Maybe some time for some backup.
Yeah, maybe.
In here.
There we go. Is there more? Oh. Admiral Aaron. There goes Admiral Aaron.
Oh, he looks hurt. Sorry, EMH.
Yeah.
His little last words.
Yeah.
And Mr. Lion.
Yeah. Is that another Easter egg there too?
Yeah. A personal one, so.
Okay. All right.
So people who know me personally will know who that is and who that's referencing. So.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
There's always Easter eggs everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. No, once you get to know what those Easter eggs are, they're really good. Yeah.
On my older builds, there's Easter eggs I've never said to people what they are.
Oh yeah.
Find one of them yet. Oh. Hidden Easter egg, and I'm waiting for one day to someone to be like,
yeah,
it's really hidden.
All right. Well, who
Our
knows?
base Invictus is blown up.
Ah, poor Invictus. Oh, there she goes. Even more. Oh, look, I see 2 North Stars already. Not counting yours. Oh, and there's 2 Aleski Kernupkis. Is that how you pronounce it? I'm horrible with names.
Alexis Crumpty.
Okay.
Krumpnik. And then we've got 2 North Stars.
Yeah.
This is where it duplicates the NPC contents because of the 2 players. So I think if there were 3 of us, there would be 3 of everything.
Oh, jeez. All right.
Here. On the Alpha front.
Oh. There we go. hurt me.
Them on the space station. You have to engage them in space.
Yeah.
With this map, the way I got the space station to do this is I used comet assets. So
Okay. Yeah, I can see the stream of the comet. Yeah. Okay.
Fire and space. And this is actually for a map.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Purpose Starbase 24's map.
Oh, is it? Okay.
You don't have to necessarily create from the ground up. You can actually repurpose something and make it look custom through the roof.
Okay, that's pretty cool. That you're able to at least do that. Save some time, I guess.
Sometimes you just can't. You can't get the look. Like there's no busted starbase
Oh, really?
in the
Okay.
Foundry option. So this just happens to be a busted starbase map. So I just took it and repurposed it.
Oh, well, that works out. Yeah. That's kind of interesting that you don't have that. They don't have that asset, like a busted starbase.
Box sometimes.
Yeah, yeah.
Trapped on some debris.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's what happens when you don't pay attention. This is why I'm a bad admiral.
Yeah. Get stuck often,
Yeah.
eh?
There we go.
There you go.
Ship all the time.
Yeah.
Slide into something.
Yeah. It was funny because when I first started playing Star Trek Online, I would void things, and then once I hit them, I was like, "Oh, my ship is gonna be destroyed." No, no. It just you just get stuck there.
My favorite is when you collide with a planet and it's just like you bounce off, fly 5 kilometers left.
Yeah.
Fighting here, not too hard.
No. No. Now, are you able like to scale like the enemies, or no? It's just
There's different groupings. Like you have your captain, your commanders, and so forth. You have your enemies, so you can kind of do it that way.
okay.
But game mechanisms, because sometimes you'll have like a hard boss that is like labeled,
Yeah.
and then when you can just blow it up in 5 seconds, and you're like,
That's not hard.
and they're like, and everyone's like, that was too easy, and I'm like, there's nothing I can do.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be kind of nice if they actually gave you like that bit of a control as well. You know, you want a ship that's a little more difficult.
Could be, exactly. Though my favorite complaint to date is, why are there no voices?
You're not allowed to.
Could you even imagine if they let us have voices in the Foundry?
Oh God.
Policing that would be impossible. I could just imagine the amount of swear words that get through.
Oh yeah.
And this
yeah.
thing's already swear words. Sometimes I'm like, what? It's like there's profanity in your story, and I'm like, what do you mean there's profanity in the story? And I have to go hunting what the profanity is, and it's like I didn't like the way I wrote something.
Yeah. Oh jeez. I don't think I've ever seen profanity in any of your missions.
There's it's very tame profanity.
Yeah.
Like it may use the word "but" or something like that.
Oh.
Or
That's not profanity.
I've had situations where I've written the word. I think I wrote shit accidentally. Excuse my language.
Oh.
So, and I think it's caught me once or twice.
Yeah.
And with the new Star Trek, it should be canon.
Yeah.
Where now?
Yeah.
So there's all the spirit builders showed up. Always meddling.
Yeah.
Handed to them.
Well, they can eat my cannons, that's for sure.
And that's an example of what I was mentioning. Is like that's a really hard enemy.
Yeah.
Yet,
That was
ultimately,
easy.
it's just they just go down just like that.
Yeah.
There's not much I can do about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Again,
like
it's
16 of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I'm not going to do.
Yeah. No. Yeah. It's it's all based off the limitations that you're stuck with, unfortunately.
So now we're returning back to the Kararni space, but there's something there waiting for us.
Oh, okay.
Now we have this big mammoth thing.
What the hell? Where'd this thing come from?
Lots of Voth ships.
Yeah. Wow. Now, is this an asset or is this something that you threw together?
This all together.
Oh, wow.
It's the Voth planet killer, basically.
Oh, is it? Okay.
You can actually go up a little bit closer. You can kind of see it's got moving parts and...
Yeah.
Knowing me, I crashed into it already. But it's not blowing up. Unless you crash your ship into something, it blows up. Yeah, so you get up here, you can kind of see it better. It's got moving parts, which are pretty cool. Particularly at this stage, they're going to fire this realm killer to destroy the trans-dimensional realm that the Kararni live in.
Oh, okay.
What the Spear Builders told them to do. They gave them the plans to destroy this, to destroy that realm, to destroy their enemies, and they'd get everything that they wanted. So now the Voth are taking control of our ships and knock them out. We're trapped, but we have... So,
sorry,
out of all the Voth ships...
Sorry, we have what? You cut out there.
Oh, we have a helper. So 3 of the Voth vessels have locked targets on the other 2 Voth vessels.
Oh, okay.
Voth want to talk to destroy us.
Oh, okay.
This is an interesting map. I don't know if you can recognize it, but what do you think this actually is?
I think this is Mere Admiral Aaron.
The map.
Oh, the map? Oh, sorry. This looks like a Klingon ship, almost.
Yep. It's about 10 feet in the air on a Klingon ship.
Okay.
So this is another example of how you would repurpose an asset in the Foundry to get the look you want. So this is about 10 feet in the air, so just enough that hiding the entire bridge of the Klingon ship underneath it.
Okay, yeah.
It looks pretty close to the Voth chamber as seen on Voyager.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Well, that's maybe how they repurposed some of their sets too. It was probably they just took some of the elements of Klingon bridges and whatnot. So, I mean, they've been known to repurpose a lot of things on Star Trek. So,
and we have, this is more of our diplomatic side with the Federation and the board cooperative talking with the Voth Ministry of Elders, trying to hammer out a solution or just even a temporary ceasefire to what's going on next, right? But Minister of Elders here is pretty set in his way.
yeah.
There's an ace up our side of the sleeve in this story.
Okay.
those 3 vessels that lock targets on the other vessels.
Okay. Alright, so sphere room there. Oh, there we go.
They've lost big time now.
Yeah.
It as the villains of trying to manipulate and get their way by causing this conflict.
Yeah.
So they're talking basically about the child in the circumstance, because the child is half Voth and half human.
Yeah. Yeah. And Admiral Aaron is the father.
Exactly. So they're not too happy about that, but he has to give them up. He has no choice in this.
Yeah.
You can see he's just not happy at all.
Yeah. Yeah. No. I think I would side with Admiral Aaron on that one, to be honest.
A little diplomatic conversation.
Yeah.
About this is, I believe this is a table that I put into the ground. It's put down a little bit, and then we have the Borg throne piece at the back end of a regular chair.
Okay.
So it gives it the impression of
yeah. Well, yeah, it's just being creative with the assets that you have.
Exactly,
so.
And that's a lot of what the Foundry is what you have and thinking outside the box. And I think I watched the episode of Voyager Distant Origin like so many times, and I would pause at these scenes and just look at the way they had. And I know in the scene they had a table next to her where she rested her little rock on, and she would bash the rock onto the table.
Yeah.
So I was like, I had to incorporate those elements.
Yeah. No, and that's good attention to detail, right? So, and then adding what you can just to make it look exactly like a Voss ship. Yeah, no, like that's pretty amazing. And you all do this on like a 2D map too.
Exactly.
So that's even like more incredible. So
and we're approaching the end. So basically the end sequence of this mission is it skips ahead 2 months after the conflict in the Kararne system.
Okay.
6611. And for you. Little thing, there's a distress beacon. I wonder who it could be, who always is in trouble and needs a landing hand.
Yeah. Oops. Apparently wasn't at full impulse.
It's our help.
Yeah, no, I mean this is pretty good. I mean, yeah. So which map did you take this from?
I can't remember the actual map itself, but it's definitely a standard Foundry map, and it's just me adding, I think, one more planet in, and I replaced the planets. They're actually smaller planets underneath them, and I put larger ones.
Oh, okay. You just threw larger ones over top. Okay, that's pretty neat.
Exactly. I wonder what want. What do the Kazon want?
Oh,
of course, they're not responding.
Of course not. The Kazon, barbarians. Yeah, I really didn't like the Kazon.
Oh.
Sorry?
Kazon are interesting, right?
Yeah.
They play a necessary evil. Like, they're just causing trouble. Oh, we blew up his yacht accidentally.
Oops.
Sometimes
my bad.
That happens. Oh, and lo and behold, look who it is. It's Aaron.
Yeah.
Always in trouble there, Mr. Aaron.
Yeah.
Look, by entire chance, we were rendezvousing with you in the Delta Quadrant.
Yeah.
Oh. And he obviously wants to speak to you, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And private. And he's letting you know that he's looking for the right officer for his next mission.
Yeah. Yeah.
And really where we live off, and it's would you like to be the first crew to chart the Voth system? And as we all know with Aaron, it's a little bit more than a stellar cartography mission.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
The thing is, it's we're a little bit delayed with Extinction, but it's actually should be out hopefully in a short little bit.
Yeah, and we're excited here. So okay, so Star Trek Enterprise, the Temporal Arc episodes, Distant Origins, Star Trek Online. Okay, wow, that's pretty cool. That you actually even cited your works. That's pretty cool. I don't know if there's any Foundry authors actually do that.
I think if you're direct referencing, like there's things in this mission that are like as seen in this episode and as seen in this book and as seen in this, and there's a lot of content here.
Yeah.
And I'm not the one who actually made that. I've come up with the unique story around this, so I can't take credit for that.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, even still, like, I mean, you did take some creative liberties with the, sorry, what was the race name again?
The Kararne.
The Kararne, helping the Voth back on Earth, right? So I mean,
about the Kararne was they actually were called something a little bit different than that originally. Before, this mission was never supposed to take place in the Delta Quadrant.
Oh no?
It was the Alpha Quadrant.
Oh, okay.
At a Kararne Nebula.
Oh, okay. I guess that would make sense.
But what's happened is I changed it over the course of the time because I wanted to be the first to launch a Foundry mission in the Delta Quadrant.
Ah, okay, I see.
One of the first authors to do that was to take and make an entire Delta Quadrant centric mission. And I was like, they can't be called the Eta Kararne anymore because the Eta Kararne is a nebula in the Alpha Quadrant, which is close to Earth, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like, up the Eta and make it the Kararne.
Okay, cool. That's awesome. That's a nice little bit of oh god, I can't think of what I'm thinking here. Bit of I'm just gonna forget it. I'm terrible when it comes to thoughts losing.
Sure.
Yeah, but yeah, so a nice little lore within the background of your story, so that's pretty cool. All right.
It was definitely a leap out, and I think it paid off for leaps and bounds for this mission, and just makes complete sense because why would the Voth actually be in the Alpha Quadrant apart from the Solanae Dyson sphere, right?
Yeah,
not
exactly.
Really have a presence there.
Yeah.
So it was actually when I made that change, it actually made more sense for the story.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it does make sense. I mean, they haven't been in the Alpha Quadrant since, what, 65 million years? So, yeah, no, that totally does make sense, how that works out. So.
And what I like about Invictus is, even though it is its own mission, little slight background knowledge, so playing the first 3 missions may help with explaining who this character is, his motives, and some items behind it, but it's not absolutely necessary.
Yeah.
It is its own identity, but that's why I call it Season 2, Episode 1, because it is Season 2 of the Aaron arc.
Yeah, and I did play the first 3 missions before recording this, so they were pretty good, although various I was a little confused with, to be honest. It seemed like there was just really a lot of things going on with that mission. So I don't know, it was like, you had like the the shadow thing, and then you had the Borg, you had 8472, time travel, and then the mirror universe all mixed in, and it was just I don't know what's going on. but it is sort of but it does sort of make sense when you get to Redacted 13. So I see how that all kind of plays out.
Something that is happens in variants that is directly related to the conclusion of the story.
Oh, yes?
I won't say what it is because that's too much of a spoiler.
Okay, all right.
Say
so,
if people really want to try to figure it out, I suggest playing variants again and taking a little look deeper.
Okay, I might do that myself. So, although I did when I played Adrift, I thought it was really well done. I think that was I was really impressed with that one.
Adrift is my baby, as I call it.
Yeah,
it's the one that I'm always playing with. It was my first mission.
Yeah.
And I was brand new to the Foundry at that time.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything. So Adrift has gone through a lot of changes.
Oh, has it? Okay.
Of times, like I've actually moved the ending of Adrift originally to the start of Variants.
Oh, really? Okay.
So where you start off.
Yeah.
That was actually how Adrift originally ended.
Oh, okay.
I was getting too many complaints that it was just like, what? So it's like, well, okay. So if I end it here and I put that here, it actually makes a little bit more sense.
Yeah.
So I had to redo it all.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, and I've gone back and I've polished the maps with lighting 2.0. Like before, the maps had a lot of fog.
Yes. Yeah,
Spirit.
I did notice that. Yeah.
It was like 4 times the amount of fog after lighting 2.0.
Oh, was it?
I was getting complaints like, my machine is bogged down. I went through and I deleted, I would say 65% of the fog.
Oh, did you? Okay. All right.
I was just like, I'd go on a map and I would just like highlight and I'm like, okay, here's all the fog. Delete, 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 delete.
Now I did actually I did mention a lot of that, like the smoke and the plasma leaking on the bridge scene there. I thought that was nicely done. So
it has to be a little atmospheric. I call it my Halloween mission. If you want a mission to play during Halloween, that's your mission.
Yeah.
It creeps you out.
A little bit, yeah. I mean, nothing really creeps me out because, like, my time in law enforcement and what, like, you see and you deal with people that are just, okay, I've seen it all kind of deal, right? So, but no, I thought it was really nicely done. Like, just like you have like the Aquarius bridge, and then you have like, you know, plasma leaking out of one area. You have like all the fog, you know, from say smoke or whatever. So I thought that was really good. Couple of things I also put down. I got to one area where there was an NPC and it was like flailing around. I killed myself laughing. It was hilarious.
He was being attacked internally.
Yeah. I was like, are you dancing or what? I can't tell, but it's funny. Yeah. Although I did really like the shadow creeper people. I thought that was really, really cool. So
and that's a standard costume that's just been heavily modified. That's the Undine battle armor.
That's what I thought. I figured it was like just because I noticed it looked like they were wearing like the temporal uniform later on in, I think, in Redacted 13, and then they had like the helmet of like something. I wasn't sure which.
Yeah, it's the temporal battle. It's the temporal uniform.
Yeah.
Mixed with a Voth chest piece.
Yeah.
It's got an Undine head.
Okay.
Battlesuit head, and I've just heavily customized underneath the character to build up the presence.
Ah, okay. Yeah, so I thought that was really neat how you created these shadow creatures using what you have. So I thought that was really, really cool. What was it?
You could spend hours in the Foundry just creating custom characters.
Oh, probably. Yeah. Now, when you create a character, like when you create a character for one mission, do you have to create it for like your next mission, or or are they saved?
They were. That's why there's slight variances
Okay.
when it comes to if you actually, and I don't, thank goodness not, I haven't encountered anyone who's actually done this, sit there and studied mission to mission to mission,
Yeah.
the ones that actually do roll over, and there are slight variances in the way they look.
Okay. Yeah.
I can never get it 100% the same.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's what I thought, because I did notice there was a difference between the Shadow Creepers from Adrift and then the ones from Redacted 13. I did notice there was a slight difference with them, but there wasn't a huge difference. So
if you're playing quickly, you won't notice.
yeah. No, I was actually playing, and I would stop to actually make notes. So. Adrift, I played through, no problem. Redacted, I played. I think various. Probably the reason why I got confused was because I actually had to stop. I was being Mr. Mom today, so I had the kids and I was doing housework. So I had to stop like every so often and go and do whatever I need to do. Right. So that might be why I thought variance was a little confusing. But maybe I'll play through it again and give it another shot and maybe. Be able to make more notes on that, but with the Adrift, pardon me.
Redacted 13 does fill in the plot holes of one thing. When I built Redacted 13, I said there are so many holes in the story that I need to address.
Yeah,
and that was one thing I sat down with my co-writer at that time.
Yeah,
to like address these, like why this happened. So
yeah,
did feel like there are some things I'm like, yeah, okay, right?
yeah,
but as a writer and as someone, variance was more character development arc, right?
okay, yeah,
Who this character is, what's happened to him in his past, all this kind of it's variance getting you between Adrift and Redacted 13.
yeah,
But arc of the Admiral, because this is all an Admiral Aaron arc, as I call it.
yeah,
So
yeah.
next mission, Extinction, which is coming out shortly, hopefully by the end of this year,
Yeah.
is the conclusion to the Admiral Aaron arc. So
Oh,
after that, it's done.
Oh, okay. Wow. All right.
Actually done as a character within Stowe. So his entire storyline is done.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, we are looking forward to what's going to happen to Admiral Aaron. Is he going to retire, or is he going to do something else? Who knows? With Redact... Pardon me?
Find out. You'll have to play it and find out.
Yeah, exactly. So once it's done and it's live, we are most definitely going to play that. Redacted 13, I actually have a lot of points here. The warp effect when you're warping in and out of the system, I thought that was like amazing. Because
oh yeah,
yeah, like it was totally amazing. Like you warping in, you warp into like this thing, and like it looks exactly like you are flying through the stars. And then when you warp out, you come out, and then just everything just appears. It's I thought it was amazing.
That was my favorite thing to do on that mission. That
bet.
Entire effect.
Yeah.
I think that's at least 300 or 400 that I had to place on that map, and then I had to go through and say, appear when this happens and disappear when this happens.
yeah. No, that was totally amazing. I thought that was really, really well done. Dancing holograms. Why did I put that in there? I don't know why.
Twerkins dancing on the holodeck.
yeah.
That's a play on the story earlier about Captain Twerkins and dancing.
Okay, yes. Yeah, that's probably what it was. Yeah.
I tend to use Captain Twerkins as my comedy relief in my mission.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
As it is, I always like to have a little bit of humor.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's definitely one of them.
Yeah. Now I noticed that with some of the dead bodies, there was pads there that you had to click on. Was that just like a limitation on the Foundry?
So that was my way of doing an optional. So you had the option to interact with additional dialogue.
Oh, okay. All right. I see. I see.
So previous thing, they were next to the body. So the limitation in the Foundry is to have you interact once you get to that point. So you have the the pad that's lit up with additional dialogue, which the additional dialogue is just you communicating usually with the doctor aboard the ship.
Oh, okay. All right. I gotcha. Okay. And then I take it you repurpose the Utopia Planitia Fleet Yard map there.
There, that actually is Utopia Planitia.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Because they're rebuilding the North Star after it got destroyed.
Yeah. Okay.
Spoiler for anybody who hasn't played my missions.
Yeah. 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 Now I did notice.
That's why the North Star is docked.
Yeah.
Because it's not 100% finished.
Okay. All right.
That's why the shields were down.
Okay. Yeah. All right. And then I noticed that with the ending that you did like was it 3 months after all that happened?
So it was a jump in sequence to 3 months after.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's to say, you know, basically now too much because people want to play the mission, right? But there's the whole reason that sequence happens is to have the player jump ahead 3 months. So now Aaron is comfortable in his position, right?
Okay.
So,
yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, that's cool. And then now we have the Invictus mission, which we just played through. And yeah. All right. So should we continue on with the first 10 minutes of Extinction?
Yes, so this is the big spoiler everybody's been waiting for. So this is my final. So I am retiring from the Foundry.
Oh, you are? Okay.
I am retiring from the Foundry from creating actual missions. What I do next, we don't yet know, so I haven't decided what I may do next. I'm playing around with several ideas, and it is his final mission. It's also my retirement mission from the Foundry. I set about, I would say about 4 to 5 years, so 2013, 14, about 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And I wanted to kind of change the way Foundry authors were at that time because I didn't think at that time the Foundry was a big component.
Okay, yeah.
Take the Foundry to its core, and that's kind of what I did. I came charging out of the gate as an unknown author, and usually as an unknown author, you tend to not get many plays.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Different for me because I came out and I showed Foundry authors that use social media, use every tool you have to get your name out there, throw contests, do this, publish spoilers, give them trailers.
Yeah, yeah. No, I see how well that works. Is, you know, you're promoting yourself and what you do. So no, that makes perfect sense.
Exactly, and you know, and it does wonders. Like if you're a new author, put yourself out there, because I think the community is very receptive.
Yeah, yeah. No, and I mean, pardon me.
Oh, if you're visual, perfect.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean, as you were saying, you know, put yourself out there, and you're gonna, you know, the community is receptive. You know, like I reached out to you and I was like, hey, do you want to do this? And you were very receptive on that. So that's awesome. I love it. And it just seems like the Star Trek Online community is a lot better than the other communities that I've sort of been in. So that's amazing.
I think the community is really what's keeping the game alive.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, right?
And the
So,
amazing content the devs put out there.
well,
Don't want to cross that line.
yeah, well, I gotta be honest. Like when I first started playing, I mean, I don't know if the devs were really into the game or not, but I noticed that since I think Delta Alliance, when that came out, like that's when like the devs really started to pick up the game and were really focused and bringing us good content. They started fixing a lot of the as I like to call them, the features or the bugs in the game, and like they it seems like they're really listening to us as the players in getting things fixed right away. So
Exactly. And really picked up that around that time too is when they really picked up the Foundry as well, in terms of they give us the top 3 system. We never had that before.
okay,
So that's when you visit a system, and if it's a Foundry door, display for the Foundry.
sorry,
Right?
you broke up a little bit there.
The top 3 system is where you would visit a system,
Yeah.
and when you get there, everything, you'll see the top 3 missions displayed.
Oh, okay, yeah, the top Foundry
Yeah, that
missions.
system. The top mission is Invictus, right?
Yeah,
And good Foundry missions very quick that way.
yeah, yeah. No, and that's awesome because I don't know if no, because I've never really done Foundry missions, so I don't know if they really promoted Foundry all that often, or even at all.
Well, there was a big push at the beginning, and then it kind of tailored off a little bit.
Okay.
Then at that time, that's when I kind of came into the scene. It just tapered off.
Yeah.
Nobody's really going to know my content as a new author, so how do I make myself stand out?
Exactly. Yeah.
Say right around the time of I published Variants is around the time that they had the top 3 system come into play.
Oh yes. Okay.
It's back in on the Foundry.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think all 3 of your missions are still the top 3 there.
That was done
system?
on purpose too. So
Yeah.
they actually were originally at a different door.
Oh, were they? Okay.
Discovered that that door had several missions on it. So
Yeah.
I went to a door close by that didn't have that many missions on it.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Took over that door in
Yeah.
sense of the top 3 missions. Same thing I did with Kiana system
Yeah.
in the Delta Quadrant. Nobody had a mission start at Kiana.
Yeah.
Like, perfect launching place. I can take over this door, and my contact, the AA, which is what that stands for, Admiral Aaron,
Yeah.
right, will be the top missions in the system.
Yeah. Oh, and you know what? That works. It really does. So, all right. So, should we get into Extinction?
I would be happy to read the dialogue for this one so people can get juiced up for the release that's coming.
All right, let's do it.
Energize, begin Extinction. So we are picking up Extinction exactly where it leaves off.
Okay.
So, officer, sir, the Perdition has suffered significant damage. I'm detecting electrical fires on the bridge and decks 2 through 5. I suggest we bring an away team with you.
All right, let's energize.
Let's get on our way. Yacht of Tomorrow, Admiral Aaron's yacht. Find out why he's met us in the system. Comes you aboard, and he says, "Welcome aboard, Admiral. The Admiral Yacht Perdition." So you have your dialogue options. Admiral, the bridge is on fire.
Yeah, so I'm gonna pick that one.
Anything not to do with Aaron, not on fire.
Yeah.
So then he makes a comment, Admiral, I doubt once this is over I'll hold that title anymore. Well, I'm impatient to get underway. I know why you want to meet in person to discuss strategy. However, there are pressing matters to attend to first. Well, someone put out those darn fires.
All right. Well, assist in putting these fires out. Now, there's no dialogue option for that, or there's no.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I take it that's a work in progress, right?
No, that's actually a glitch.
Oh, that's a glitch. Oh, okay.
Yeah, sometimes that happens. Log box appears, but there's actually no dialogue anywhere in the mission.
Oh,
I'll
dear.
try to figure it out before I publish. So we
Okay.
got the fire extinguisher. So let's put out these darn fires
All right.
over here while you work on those.
All right.
So Admiral Aaron says that last bout with the Kazon ships knocked out our warp drive. Communications and shields are also offline. We're fortunate to run into each other out here. Before we discuss the next steps, we need to get our critical systems online.
All right.
I like option 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that one.
Admiral Aaron smirks. And then you got your engineering officer. Sir, I believe we can be of assistance here. I can assist with the repairs to the warp drive. The tactical officer can also assist with repairs to the shields. I've heard you're quite skilled with the art of communications. If you'd like to take that console. Which one are you picking?
I'm unmatched in xenolinguistics.
So helpful advice here. So assigning engineering officers, tactical officers to label tasks, you can locate the stations with the red light arrays.
Okay. All right. I'll take communication. So. Where am I going here? That's right here. Oh no. That's your station.
There you go. You found the station.
Did I find the station? Did I really? That's the question. Here we
Tickle
go.
station.
Okay. All right. And here's another one. Pair the console.
Back online, says your engineering officer.
Yeah. He works fast. He's a miracle worker.
Tactical officer, I've rerouted life support from section 3 and 4. I have shields back online, but they're only at 15%.
All right. Second option.
Second option. Okay. So we have communications are now restored. Interesting logs that appear in front of you. So we have the number 1 is the priority 1 communication Starfleet Command fleet-wide yellow alert. We have option 2 unanswered hail USS North Star Captain Lyon. Option 3 encrypted communication unknown. Option 4 Captain Jan Darkrider the Alexei Krumpta.
Okay. Interesting.
Aaron interjects. How's it going over there? Do you require any assistance?
Do. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the third one.
Option 3?
Yeah. I'm not reading your private messages or anything.
Burst out laughing. Glad to you have a sense of humor. Do you require any help?
Just a few more minutes. All right. So
Patience. Which one do you want to read?
I'm gonna go with number 1 here.
Number 1. So priority 1 communication, fleet-wide yellow alert. Has initiated a fleet-wide yellow alert. Starfleet intelligence is picking up some alarming reports from the Voth academic circles. Use caution if approached by any Voth vessels.
Okay. All right. Communication number 2.
Answered hail. USS North Star Captain Lyon. Admiral, stand down. We can discuss the matter further aboard the North Star.
Okay. All right. Number 3.
Number 3. Encrypted communication. Please enter the security code. To get the security code, answer the riddle below. You always find me in the past. I can be created in the present. Pollute me. What am I?
I have no idea. Is that history?
Access granted.
Oh wow.
Cooperative Ambassador Miley. Aaron, I'm contacting you on the secure channel. I'm not sure how long I have, but we need help. We are communication terminated.
Okay. All right, let's go with communication number 4.
Or Captain Jan Darkrider. As ordered by Admiral Aaron, this captain is patrolling the Borg debris field located in the Celeron sector of the Delta Quadrant. This captain finds biding time in a patrol mission incredibly tedious. However, predictions based on analysis of your personality and behavioral profile suggest you have hidden strategic objective for this captain presence in this sector. This captain reports no activity, Borg, Voth, or otherwise, in the Celeron sector and is standing by. Computer close channel.
All right, close communications. All right. Perfect. I love the little humor in those communications. That was great.
We have an incoming communication.
All right.
Here we have Kazon's inbound.
All right, channel cuts out. Okay. And we have intruder alert.
To security, seal off all decks. Borg Cooperative Security Officer Species 39. Kazons have broken through the force fields. Phasers ready.
All right.
The Kazons.
Kazons. Dislike them.
We got to defeat some Kazon boarding parties.
They didn't even have the technology to board a starship? Jesus. I don't know, it always just makes me wonder how some of these races actually got where they did.
Or exploding consoles.
Yep. Always gotta have exploding consoles.
Exactly. They're just not going down. They're hard.
Ah, they're going down. Oh. Alright, get my drones of death out here.
One more.
Come on. Drone of death, do your work. Come on. Let's go. There we go. Alright.
Right. It's time that we have that talk in my ready room.
Agreed.
What does he want? Admiral Aaron.
Alright, so I'll pick the first option, too long, old friend.
That was issued in response to the Voth entering Allied space shows that they have not honored the agreement under which Starfleet allowed them to take my child in the first place.
Where is this information coming from?
Started receiving encrypted communication relayed from the cooperative to me. These communications were between the cooperative ambassador Miley and myself. The early communications were quite promising. There was a lot of talk of a new wave of social identity and more progressive free-thinking attitudes sweeping through the Voth Empire. Admittedly, it appeared to be gaining momentum at a rate we've not observed in our own, cultural studies. That shirt. I started to come to terms with the idea of giving up my child, even though its very existence that was thrust upon me. This is a very hard thing to deal with. However, I knew this was for the better. A few weeks ago, I started to receive fewer updates. The updates I received started to contain isolated reports that a new faction of Voth had emerged. At first, this was not a concern. With any civilization's advancement, there are always going to be those who use it to undermine progress. I received an update that the Pantheon of Doctrine had seized control of the Voth Ministry of Elders, under control of their new leader, Tulok. received communication from the cooperative ambassador Miley. The message was a call for help. With the help of the cooperative, we were able to trace transmission to a planet several thousand light years from the Nectric expanse.
All right. What are you proposing?
Take swift action to rescue the citizens of the Alliance held hostage by the Voth. The time for debates and diplomacy is done. We are mobilizing a rescue mission. We'll catch the Voth off guard, rescue the cooperative ambassador Tova Exile and my child.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Cooperative come in handy. The cooperative will leverage the distraction created by Starfleet's diplomatic envoy. They're currently off-planet en route to the Dyson Sphere for negotiations. The cooperative will ensure the Ministry of Elders stay off-planet until our rescue mission is complete. Anticipating lax security at the Ministry's headquarters while the Elders are away and rescue the hostages held there. We do not have a moment to lose. We require your assistance. Will you help us?
Yeah, we stand with you.
Right. It ends.
All right.
So that is the end of the spoiler. The only other thing in here, the teaser, is there are some optional dialogues.
There's pick up data pad. All right. So, quotes from Voth Doctrine. You are born with greatness as your destination. Such is a blessing of all Voth. Those that come after us are lesser. They will fight you because their understanding of you of the galaxy is limited, but you will win because you are superior. Okay. Now let's pick up the other one. Datapad from what is the value of life? All our lives equal? Some mammals from other planets would say yes. To say this is the lack of common sense. Mammals have shorter lifespans, inferior intellects, and frail bodies. We, the Voth, live for several of their lifetimes, have vastly superior intellects, and can survive in areas that would destroy these creatures. To believe that their lives equal to ours is not simply wrong. It is the sign of one who has been struck with pride and blindness. Okay. You got data pads everywhere. My goodness. I don't know if I would be able to go through and read through all these.
No, there's only going to be a few that are going to have. There's going to be some more dialogues added to some of them.
Okay.
But I want to, like, the Voth ones are cool because that was something I discovered by accident in the Voth battle zone.
Okay.
The crates have quotes from the Voth Doctrine, so I was like, I wanted to incorporate that into the mission for lore purposes.
Yeah. No, that makes perfect sense.
Draw attention to is on this map is not notice that his place looks a little.
Sorry?
Data pads, isolinear chips just thrown around.
Yeah, I was like, this place is a mess. My goodness. And even on the bridge.
Maybe Aaron is not necessarily all there.
Yeah. Or he's just,
heavily into his research.
Yeah, or he just doesn't care and just leaves shit lying around. Yeah.
So this is the introduction to Extinction. So hopefully I'm going to have it coming out by the end of this month, and if not, definitely January, I'm hoping.
Okay.
And it continues on from here, and it's such an epic conclusion. Like it blows me away personally with what was created.
Yeah.
It's a great story, and it's got lots of action.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
Hate to release it.
From what I've seen, all your story missions have been incredible. Even though I get confused at times, but that's not hard to do sometimes. But it seems like you've really fleshed out this story, and for season 1 and then season 2, you've really fleshed it out, and it seems like your co-author has helped you flesh out even more things. So.
Well, she's the one adding humor in places that I don't have humor before.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I would need someone to do that too if I was ever to do a mission myself, because I don't do healer. So, but no, that's really good. That's yeah, no, I appreciate you giving us a firsthand look at what extinction will look like, and I can't wait to see when it's finally when it goes live and play it and see what happens in the end.
Thank you. Yeah, I can't wait to release it. It's been in development since November 2016. You don't even the hype I like, just the personal excitement about Invictus that about Extinction that I have is it's just I can't wait.
Yeah, no, and you know what? And you know what? I was actually really, because I don't know if you see in any of my videos when I do the Captain's Ready Room report, which is just you know, I'm like, this is my top secret thing, and this is it, right? Because it's to show love to the community that I've been I really haven't been involved in, and I'm sort of trying to get more involved in with the community. And so the best way to do it is to show your love for the community. I mean, I do have the ejected warp core, which is I think a big stain on my record. But you know what? It's because I love the game so much that I want it to be better. And the way that I do that is, okay, this is what I don't like about it. How can we change it and try and give my own personal honest criticism about what can be changed. So, and I know it's been sort of negative in the past, but I do try to give solutions so that if the devs do happen to watch it, that they may take that into consideration. So,
and I think people should be aware that I do believe the devs do play things secretly.
Yeah.
I know I do.
Yeah.
So, and I've told people before, they're like, oh, do you play other people's missions? And I'm like, yeah, actually I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I've never seen your review. I said, that's because I use a tune that nobody knows.
Yeah.
And I'm not friends with anybody on.
Yeah.
How, you know, like my suggestions and my thoughts.
Yeah.
Right. And that's the way. And I'm always fair because a lot of time goes into these missions, right? And that's a lot of what people don't necessarily sometimes understand is a job on the side.
Yeah, so. Yeah, it's what it sounds like. It sounds like a job on the side because there's so many factors here that from what you've just told me, like you build your maps in 2D, you have limitations, you have assets that you have to work with and work around, and you have to be creative. So yeah, no, it sounds like a lot of work.
And I was self-taught, right? So a lot of what I found on how to use the Foundry was by watching Starbase UGC and their KirkFat videos.
Okay.
And older videos, and when before the Foundry went through a bit of a revision.
Okay.
How I learned to use the Foundry, but a lot of what I've also learned is through trial and error.
Yep.
Some of what you've seen is like, oops, I created something.
Yeah.
So I'm going to keep it, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But the Foundry Roundtable has actually put out an amazing series on how to use the Foundry, how to create your own content from step one. And their series on the Foundry is an amazing for any new Foundry author looking for a great resource. It's how the Foundry functions today. It deals with a wide variety of topics. It's an amazing resource. They're an amazing podcast in terms, and they deal with the Foundry. Yeah. So if you really want any resources on how we make as Foundry authors this magic behind the scenes, watch their series. That will teach you how to use the Foundry. And go out, make mistakes.
Yep. Yeah, and I'll put the Foundry Roundtables, is it a YouTube channel?
Yeah, they're a YouTube channel, they're a Twitch channel. They're also on Twitter.
Okay, yeah, I'll link them in my description below. So if anyone is interested, they can take a look at that. So, but I think that's it for tonight. So thank you, Admiral Aaron, for joining us today and giving us your look at how you do your missions and the magic behind doing the Foundry. And we look forward to Extinction. I know I am, because you've been hyping it up, and I've been hyping it up with you. So, for sure, I can't wait until you release it. So, again, thank you for joining us. Thank you for giving us insight, and thank you for being on the channel.
Well, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity. It's very much appreciated. And
Yeah.
thank you.
You're welcome anytime, sir. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. Please comment on anything related to the video. I look forward to reading your comments, and I will respond to them in a timely fashion. For more Star Trek Online videos, be sure to click on the subscribe button and click on the bell icon to be notified immediately when I upload more content. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter if you haven't already. Links are below. Also, if you liked my content, please check out my Patreon page as well. Thank you.